Welcome back, guys, to the second episode. Now, moving forward, as we've already discussed in the previous episode on support and resistance, now we're going to be talking about major levels, which is also the support and resistance, major levels and minor levels, major and minor. Okay, so when we simply talk about major levels, we're talking about higher time frame. All right, and when we talk about minor levels, we're talking about lower time frame. Now, if you don't have idea of what a higher time frame is, higher time frames are time frames that are higher than the daily time frame, like the weekly time frame and the monthly time frame, while lower time frames are intraday time frames from daily and below. Okay, so now when you want to determine your major levels, you simply can push forward to the weekly time frame, or you push forward to the monthly time frame. Okay, determining your major level is simply coming close to the area where um, the environment where price is at the moment. All right, like for this particular chart, we can box this area. We can just decide to, okay, this is the area where price is at the moment. All right, we can go to another chart so you know what I mean by area where price is trading at. You can see as price trading at this currently. You can also just box this entire area. All right, you can also just box this entire area. So when we want to determine our major level, you come to the monthly time frame. When you come to the monthly time frame, you locate, okay, this is where price is currently. Where is the nearest support and where is the nearest resistance? The nearest support is the area where price has touched twice. Alright, so this is the nearest support to price, right? This is the nearest support. You must always look for it. There can never be a time that there is none. So sometimes you may have to go in history to get it. We'll demonstrate that shortly. So this is nearest support, this is nearest resistance. This is simply what you need to do. Alright? Okay, so we can make it as tiny as possible. Okay. This is essential for you to know when price start approaching the major areas. So the reason for this is that if price start approaching major areas like this area that price has gotten to, there's a possibility that the market can revert, all right, to the upside. And yes, there's also a possibility that the market can take it out. So essentially, when you trade using the methods I'm going to be giving you, you wouldn't really need to bother so much about this. But it's also good for you to have the knowledge so that when things are happening in the market, it's hard for you to be able to tell what's going on. All right, in case you're taking a trade and then the market is suddenly reverting against you, you should know that probably you are trading around a major zone. Okay, so now let's go back to AUD USD. When you come to this chart area, now you discover that yes, we have this one, we have two. It's already a major area. Okay, I don't want to complicate things for you. So once you see it, 1, 2, you're even seeing we are having 3 on this one. So this is it. Now we have 1, we have price around here too. You can see how I rejected this area for the second time. Alright, so that's it. And you can see here again for the third time, and price is around that area for the fourth time. So yeah, so this is nearest support, resistance and support to the price, to the areas you are looking at. Okay, yeah, that's it. Then we can come down to another pair. So you can see where this price is. Where's the nearest resistance? The nearest resistance that we have is here. Okay, this is the nearest resistance. Nearest resistance. Nearest resistance. Okay. The nearest support, we have price here 1. It went up, 2 came down, second time went up, third time. Alright. So this is also a resistance, alright, but this is closer, alright. So that, and there's something okay, maybe in other videos you get that information. Alright, so but I'll quickly explain it here. I would have explained it in the previous episode, but I'll quickly explain it here as well. So this is also nearest support, alright, to this particular price. Even though if you look at it, you see that we are already below the support. Okay, it has taken it out. So it doesn't really mean that price will keep remaining in that same range. Price can break the floor, as well as price can also break the ceiling, right? So if you look at this area, you discover that before this current resistance that we have here, this place was a floor, okay, and then price broke it and came down to this part and found another floor here. So as price broke it, price is now using it as what, a ceiling. So you can envision this as a story building, where this is first floor and this is your ground floor. All right, so that's just it. So this is the decking, all right, the ceiling, the roof of the ground floor. Why this, the roof of the ground floor is now acting as what, the floor to the first floor. All right, so that is just what it is. So whenever price takes out a support, it will use it as a resistance. Note that down, as a resistance. Again, whenever price takes out a resistance, for example, if this were to be vice versa, turning this chart upside down right now, if price should take out this resistance, then price will eventually come and use it as a support. So that is basically what it is. Let me check if we are going to see any example like that. All right, now looking at this place, from the principle of what I told you, all right, you can see how price, yeah, this is practice. By practicing you become perfect. You can see how price resisted this area, rejected it, came down again, resisted it, making this area an area of resistance. But you can see how price broke through it, came back and using it what, as a support. All right, using it as a support, and came back again and used it as a support again. So you can see whenever price takes out a resistance, it uses it as a support. All right, and that's what we call retest. Okay, remember I said when price is coming to a support, it's called testing. We are testing a particular area. Then when price is now has now taken out that area and coming back to it, it's now called retest. Like you are testing it for the second time, but this time you are testing it for the opposite move. So that is why it's called retest. So you can see what happened there. So it broke through the resistance, came back to retest it, and using it was as a support to move forward, and then the same thing happening. Now in this scenario of breaking through the roof, coming back to take the same roof as a support, you can't use table tennis for that kind of example. That's why I'm telling you that table tennis concept is brought in here for you to actually understand the basic. But price cannot be taken to be that simple, because price is essentially human sentiment. So humans are pretty much unpredictable, but at the same time there are some things that we expect people to do, or there's a way we expect market women those traders, the banks, and all of that to price the market. All right, everybody wants to buy lower, nobody wants to buy higher price. Everybody wants to buy at a cheaper rate so they can sell at a higher rate. So the principle is constant, but then the particular areas that are the low rate or the low areas are not constant. So what is low to one may be high to the other. That is why you can see the market having different areas of support and resistance. You can see that this area that is resistance, which simply was a high level area, eventually became a low level area. All right, so that is how it works. So moving forward. So you can see how we have essentially taken out this area. Okay, so this also is indicating something to us, the traders. All right, yeah, that's so we can as well zoom out like I just did. Zoom out. All right, if you wonder how I did this, you need to learn how to use trading view. If you are new to trading, watch some videos on YouTube on how you can be able to use trading view proficiently. Okay, so this is the next area of what supports. You can see 1, 2, 3, so it's 3 bounces here. If I should zoom in, so you can see it, price came here, bounced up, came down, bounced up, and came down. So here is also a resistance which was also broken. All right. So we are essentially dropping down to area of price. You can see this area is actually the price. All right, the price of this commodity or the instrument. So the price at this point that we are heading to is we are heading to 0.86. This simply indicates that this pair we are at now, Euro USD, eventually Euro is eventually going to be lower than dollar in price. All right, because looking at this, although we have a mini area of rejection here, but is minor, and that area safe is also showing that Euro is still gonna be lower than dollar. All right, 0.97 euro will be equal to $1. So yeah, dollar is actually skyrocketing. Well, this is a bit advanced for this class. So now let's go to the lower time frame. The lower time frame to draw our to look at our minor areas. You don't really need those areas. Based on the fact that you are doing smart money concepts, you really don't. It's not essential for you to start looking for support and resistance on this this issue. So the important thing is that you've understood how to draw that major level. It's just for reference purpose. It's not very essential. It's for reference purpose. So yeah, I wish you good luck and bye for now. We'll see you in the next episode. Thank you.